Now, Kenyan opposition leader Raila Odinga has wrapped up a week-long visit to the United States, where he warned that his country's political impasse could have serious consequences beyond its borders. Odinga says instability at home poses a risk to foreign investment and threatens Western allies. Africa 54's Hayde Adams Fitzpatrick has more.
Raila Odinga was anything but vague on his visit to Washington, reminding the United States that peace and progress in Kenya are of strategic significance. He criticized the role of Western diplomats in Kenya's October election rerun, accusing them of siding with President Uhuru Kenyatta.
The envoy's efforts up to now have not succeeded in diffusing the crisis. But let me be blunt again. They have sometimes contributed to the problem.
Odinga contends that Western backing for President Kenyatta will backfire.
The world must not be deceived that this is merely an electoral crisis triggered by the third straight rigged election. The crisis is all-encompassing and has resulted from the attempt to unlawfully hold on to power.
Raila Odinga had stern words for the United States, accusing Washington and what he calls Kenya's other pro-democracy friends of turning a blind eye to the electoral crisis unfolding in his country. He urged Washington to do more, saying an economically and politically stable Kenya is in the interest of the entire international community. Kenya is a solid Western ally in a region often shaken by violence, contributing more than 3,600 troops to the fight against Al-Shabaab in Somalia. More than 900 Kenyans have been killed in terror attacks since 2000. Odinga warns the electoral crisis will make things worse.
As things stand now, anger and radicalization is growing by the day. And unless this election crisis is expeditiously ratified, Kenya could be rendered incapable of protecting its own and its partners' fundamental interests.
Odinga is calling for a 6-month interim government and new elections. That's touched off a fresh political storm at home. In Washington, this Odinga supporter is cautious.
But the majority of Kenya wants what is best for Kenya, which is peace, justice first, because before you can have peace, you have to have justice. So everybody has to make sure that they're heard of.
But it's unclear now that Kenya's election rerun is over and Odinga isn't president, whether his warnings of trouble ahead for East Africa's largest economy will be heard. Hayde Adams Fitzpatrick, VOA News, Washington.